Hi everyone, my name is Ryan, and thanks for joining me as part of the Travel Points family, where we focus on how to use credit cards to subsidize family vacations. Taking our loved ones on vacations is expensive, so let's bring those costs down and take our families farther for less. If you watched my video on the credit card commandments, then you know that one of the rules is to have a plan. So it's time to share our plan for 2024. This is actually the third time I've done this, as I keep updating the plan. And yeah, it's our plan. Nicole and I play in two-player mode, even if one of us may be more active than the other. So which cards are we going to apply for, and when are we filling out those applications? For any plan, you need to have a clear understanding of where you are, where you want to go, the challenges you might face along the way, and the steps to overcoming those challenges. So let's start with where we are. Nicole and I, we're still firmly on team travel, so we are prioritizing cards that earn flexible points. And when we started 2024, my portfolio contained the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant from American Express, and the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless, the Freedom Flex, Freedom with Ultimate Rewards, Inc. Business Cash, and Inc. Business Unlimited from Chase. Nicole's side of the book includes the American Express Delta Gold, the Capital One Venture One, the Citi Costco card, and the Freedom with Ultimate Rewards, the Freedom Unlimited, the Sapphire Preferred, the Inc. Business Unlimited, the Southwest Performance, and the Southwest Priority card from Chase. Yeah, Nicole and I do have some duplicates, but those are cards with $0 annual fees that we reap sign-up bonuses from. Now we're going to turn our attention to some application rules. So despite the 15 or so cards between us, Nicole and I are each at 324 for Chase. While I have 2 falling off during the year, Nicole's new personal accounts are all from 2023, so she'll be at 323 for all this year. We each only have 1 card for American Express, so we've got plenty of room to grow there. There's also plenty of room for growth with Capital One and Citi. Despite, or maybe because of, our recent credit card journey, and because we both follow the credit card commandments, each of our credit ratings are over 800. On paper, we should look like good applicants for any cards. The only card I'd be concerned about getting approved for is the Venture X, because Capital One tends to be inquiry sensitive with that card. And I've had a fair number of inquiries over the past year or two. So that's where we are. Well, and where do we want to go? Well, I already said that we're looking at cards that earn flexible points, points that we can transfer out and make the best use of to help us go farther for less. We're pretty deep into Chase, but can you ever have too many UR points? We each have an American Express card, but no cards that earn membership rewards points. We should fix that. We also don't have any cards that earn Citi thank you points, and the Venture One card is, it's just gathering dust. Clearly we have room to grow, but what are we going to prioritize? Our first goal is to keep on topping off the UR bank. Our second goal is to dip our toes into the world of MR points. Are there any challenges in front of us this year? Well, we're talking about money, so of course there are challenges. We're both in education, and most people agree that educators might deserve to be paid a little bit more. Until that happens though, money is always going to be a challenge. This isn't me trying to make you feel sorry for us. Please don't worry. We're fine. Nicole and I are fortunate to have jobs that we love, a roof over our families' heads, cars in the driveway, and the ability to travel on a budget and using points. But the reality is that we have to focus on our budget, figure out where we can spend and what we can spend on in order to live within our means. Whatever our goals might be or how they might change, we have to live within our means. I don't see too many challenges in our way. We'll want to keep an eye on our 524 status with Chase, so I'll probably be taking on any personal cards. And due to a car purchase last April, there are some extra hard inquiries on my credit report. The dealership actually did 3 hard pulls on one day for me, so there's another reason to love car dealerships. There are some data points though that say those 3 inquiries, because they happen on one day, they might be considered as one hard pull by some credit issuers, but they're all still there. So here's the plan. And since we're part of the way into 2024, we've actually already started. First up, another Inc. Unlimited card from Chase. I already have one of these for my tutoring business as a sole proprietor under my social security number, and an Inc. Cash for that matter. For the new year though, I opened a new business venture with an EIN, so I'll be applying for this new business. I'll also be using a referral link from Nicole for this. Never sleep on those referral points, especially if I'm repeat too. This part we've already done, and Nicole referred me and I was approved, but I didn't get approved instantly. I did have to call the reconsideration line and explain that this card would be for a new business. We ended up moving some of my existing business credit around, and we got everything squared away. Nicole has actually already received the 40,000 points for the successful referral, but the offer from her referral link was for 75,000 points, $750 cash back, after making $6,000 of purchases in 3 months. Chase does market these cards as cash back cards, but they really earn UR points, where one option is to cash out for 1 cent per point. When my application was approved, though, Chase was still running a public elevated offer of 90,000 points. And while you should always take the best offer available, this time I didn't because of the referral bonus. By using Nicole's referral, we actually end up earning 115,000 points instead of 90,000. The next step is to get some MR points from American Express. To do that, I'm looking at the Blue Business Plus card. The welcome offer on the Blue Business Plus does fluctuate, so I'm going to keep hunting for the best sub. It's been as low as 0 MR points, and we're certainly not going to settle for that. The typical offer is for 15,000 membership reward points after spending $6,000 in 3 months. But there have been some elevated offers for 30,000 MR points for the same amount of spend. That's the one we're going to be looking for. But then I saw a post on the Doctor of Credit that mentioned some people were finding a 50,000 point sign-up bonus for the Blue Business Plus. I went to the American Express website and was offered 30,000. But then I opened up the website again in an incognito window on my phone, and there it was. 50,000 points for an $8,000 minimum spend. 50,000 points isn't an all-time high, but it's definitely better than 15 or 30,000 points. Besides the MR points, we like the Blue Business Plus for a couple of reasons. One, it has no annual fee, making it a great place to park your MR points. The green, gold, and platinum cards, in their personal or business flavors, all earn MR points, but they have high annual fees. If I get a gold card or a sub and earn from all my grocery and restaurant spend, those points will be available in my Blue Business Plus account, even if I cancel the gold card in a year or two. Then it also slips under the radar of credit bureaus. Since I already have an account with American Express, they only do a soft pull on my credit history to decide on my application, so it won't show up as a hard inquiry on my credit report. Since it's a business card, it also won't show up as a new account on my personal credit history. It just kind of slides in, and no one else really knows about it. And then it also serves as the catch-all card for MR points because it earns 2 MR points per dollar on your first $50,000 to spend. So these first 2 moves checked off our goals for 2024. But we should be done with these by April or early May. There's still a lot of time left in the year and a lot of cards we could apply for. So the next step is to keep our eyes open for 2 things. New offerings from Wells Fargo and a new Hyatt card. If you somehow found this video, then there's a pretty good chance that you already know the details of the new autograph journey. I'm not going to go into that card here in too much depth. I like its annual fee, I like the hotel credit, it's got good earning potential, and it pairs nicely with the original autograph card. I'm underwhelmed by its travel partners. Having travel partners does increase the value of the Wells Fargo point, but I don't know how much I value them. Definitely not as much as a UR point or an MR point. And I'm not sure how much use these WF points will get in my family. They might end up being more of a WTF points. Wells Fargo says they're going to continue to add travel partners, so I'm going to reserve the right to change my mind at some later date. But for right now, I'm not rushing out to get this card. There have also been rumors floating around regarding a new Premium World of Hyatt credit card. At the end of 2023, there were surveys sent out about potential features for a World of Hyatt credit card. There are currently 2 credit cards for Hyatt. They both come from Chase. There's a personal one, there's a business one. Neither one really move the needle that much unless your goal is to spend your way to globalist status. If all you want to do is stay at Hyatt's, then they might be a good option for you. Many people still consider the personal card to be a keeper, It has a few perks, but its $95 annual fee is canceled out by its Category 1 to 4 free night award. I've used a couple of these certificates, and I've never gotten less than $250 of value from one. With the Hyatt Personal Card, the sign-up bonus is back to its standard, confusingly phrased sign-up bonus. It was slightly elevated at the beginning of the year, but by only 5,000 points. Hyatt markets this card as earning up to 60,000 points, but here's how it works. You earn 30,000 points after spending $3,000 in 3 months. But if you spend a total of $15,000 on purchases that normally earn 1 point per dollar, they will double that, turning your 15,000 points into 30,000. So you can end up with 60,000 points, but only 45,000 of them are truly bonus points. Some people don't view this as a good return on spend and point out, rightfully so, that the extra $12,000 you spend to get the full Hyatt bonus could be going to at least 2 more sign-up bonuses. But there are a couple of other benefits that come with spending $15,000 on the Personal World of Hyatt card in a calendar year. First of all, if you spend that much in any calendar year, you earn a free night award at a Category 1 through 4 Hyatt hotel. Secondly, you earn 2 qualifying nights for every $5,000 you spend, so you'll end up with 6 extra qualifying nights. Now, if you're not familiar with qualifying nights, don't confuse these for free night awards. Qualifying nights are what Hyatt uses to determine your status with them. With the 5 qualifying nights you get from holding the card, the 6 nights earned from your $15,000 in spending, and using the free night award, you'll have a total of 12 qualifying nights with only spending 1 night in a hotel and still have 60,000 Hyatt points to enjoy. So there might be a little more to it than it appears at first. And I like setups that have a lot of synergy, and that's what I see by adding a World of Hyatt card into our setup. So actually I'm going to be applying for that card after we meet the minimum spend requirement for the Blue Business Plus, unless the rumored Premium Hyatt card emerges. There is one more part of the plan, the second Southwest Companion Pass. My Companion Pass expired this past year, but guess who earned 135,000 rapid reward points in January? Nicole did. Another reason for why we play in 2-player mode. In November 2023, Nicole applied for the Southwest Performance Business Card. And then in December, she applied for the Southwest Priority Card. We met those 2 sign-up bonuses in January of 2024, and Nicole earned 160,000 points and the Southwest Companion Pass. Now, 1 Companion Pass is great, but we're a family of 5, so I'm thinking 2 Companion Passes would be even better. The exact same 2 Southwest cards that Nicole opened, I closed a few months prior. I didn't pay the annual fee on either of those cards for year 2 because I knew Nicole was going to apply for them. In November of 2025, I wouldn't have had either the Priority or the Performance Business Card for more than a year. And it will be more than 2 years since I received a sub from those cards. You know what that means? Rinse and repeat. I'll be eligible for those welcome bonuses again. If everything goes correctly, we'll have 2 Companion Passes for 2025. And that's the plan. No, it's not flashy. It's not how to apply for 24 cards in 12 months, and it's not clickbait. But it's realistic, and it's doable. In fact, I think it's so doable, I'm going to throw in an extra credit opportunity, the Savor 1 card from Capital One. This is a good catch-all card that earns Capital One miles with no annual fee. So, if we think the timing works, Nicole or I might apply for this card too. Ink Unlimited, Blue Business Plus, World of Hyatt, 2 Southwest cards, 5 cards, and if the Savor 1 happens, 6 cards. But you also need a plan for what to do with the cards you already have. In 2023, we opened 6 cards, but we also closed those 2 Southwest cards because the value wasn't there in year 2. There are keeper cards that hold their value year after year, but not every card deserves a forever spot in your wallet or your sock drawer. Nicole's Delta Gold card will turn 1 later this year. The annual fee was waived for the first year, but now we'll have to decide if we want to keep this card. We got the card last year when we took a trip to Alaska with 53 other friends and family. We had 7 people on our Delta reservation and got much more than $99 worth of free baggage. Nicole and I also took a trip to New York and flew Delta, so that was another set of checked bags. But right now, we don't have any flights planned on Delta. Nicole still has a small stash of Sky Pesos, but unless we find a good redemption, it's not enough for us to get anywhere. We have to decide whether we want to close this card, downgrade it to the Delta Blue card that has a $0 annual fee, or request a retention offer. And I don't have high hopes for a retention offer. We don't put a lot of spend on that card. But most likely, Nicole will downgrade to the Delta Blue in order to maintain her relationship with American Express. Having that relationship means that when she applies for a new card from Amex, it won't result in a hard inquiry on her credit report. There's another card that we'll need to make a decision on, my Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card. I opened it in September of last year, so this September I'll have to decide if I want to go low cost and product change to the Bonvoy Bold with a $0 annual fee, or live it up some and product change to the Ritz-Carlton card with its $450 annual fee. The popular YouTube sentiment would be to go with the Ritz-Carlton card, but I already have the American Express Bonvoy Brilliant with its $650 annual fee. I'm going to work hard to wrap my head around paying $1,200 a year in annual fees for Marriott. I'm going to hold off on discussing that decision for now and save it for a future video. Let me know your thoughts on my plan. Do you see something I'm missing? And go ahead and share your plan too. What are your credit card goals for this year? Drop them in the comments below. If you made it this far, thanks. And if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, it would be a big help. It would also let me know if this was something that people found worthwhile. Until next time, safe travels.